Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on this channel, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. Here on this channel, we talk about the travel space and we talk about geoeconomics on this channel. And with geopolitics too. And here you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a lot of information. Okay. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing fine. So far, we got 3 people on the live so far. I'm just going to wait for a little bit more people to come in and we can get started. Just wait for more people to come. If you're here, please give me a 1 in the comment section. Doing a mic check. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're there. Just waiting for more people to come in. I'm showing 4 people so far. Hey, what's up? What's up, brother? How are you doing? All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, we got some interesting things to talk about tonight. My God, oh my God, I just can't believe what is going on in Colombia right now. I've been getting information that there is a lot of people being turned away. Hey, what's up? What's up, Wallace? What's up? What's up, man? Colombia is turning black men away, and it's getting worse. And what I'm going to do, we're going to go back. I'm going to tell you the reason why this is happening. They are turning them away in droves. I knew this was happening, but now it's really getting worse now. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you why this is happening. And this goes way back. This goes way back, years ago. I knew that this was coming. I knew this was coming. But nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. I said this back in 2018. I say, if this continues, this behavior, and this silliness and this stupidity, if it continues, they're going to blacklist us coming down there. Just go to Panama. There are Colombian women there also. Yeah. Mr. Marcus is here, everybody. The Mark is here. Mr. Marcus, what's happening, brother? What's happening, Mr. Marcus? Man, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about why they are denying black men entry into Colombia. Because let me tell you something. I was there in September in Medellin. And one thing I noticed is that I was racially profiled there. I've never been racially profiled there. Never, ever been racially profiled before. But I believe they racially profiled me twice. Okay? When I was going through the metal detector, I told you all this story. I mean, there are dozens of people going through that metal detector. The minute I stepped into that metal detector, it goes off. Alarm goes off. They take me from the customs, border patrol, whoever they are. They pulled me to the side and they did a real thorough search, and they went through my bag. Let me see. I kick it with you at the hotel on 22. Hope things are going well. Yeah, everything's going good, Simon. Yeah, everything's going good, man. Everything is going good. Yeah, what happened was they were going through my bag, but guess what they were? But I didn't really think about it. It took me a while to that had to kind of sink in. Like, why is they going through my bag? Because they wanted to see if I had condoms in my bag. Even leaving out of there, if they find out that you coming there for sex tourism or you leaving there for sex tourism, they will deny you entry. That's what they were looking for. It didn't dawn to me. I said, "Oh, okay, okay." Because let me tell you another thing. When I arrived in Colombia, they did similar the same thing. They took my bag and they took it somewhere. When you the conveyor belt that usually when you step off the plane, you get off the plane and you go through customs and everything, and they got that conveyor belt that goes around that has your luggage on it. They didn't have my bag on that belt that goes around. So I say, well, where's my bag? So they took me to this specific area in the airport, and they was looking through my bag there. So basically, what they were doing, they was trying to see if I was participating in sex tourism. That's what they were doing. If they would have saw if I would have had sex toys or condoms or anything in that bag that made them think that this is what I was coming down for, they would have banned me for coming down there. And that's what they're doing. They're banning you. Let me see. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But I'm gonna tell you the reason why they're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it has a lot to do. I'm gonna tell you why this is happening. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I began to get familiar with traveling when I used to listen to Charles Tyler, the Black Man's Option. Okay, and my cousin was traveling back and forth to Colombia. This is before I started going there. Okay, and one thing about the Charles Tyler group that I really liked is that basically we really never talked about, hooking up and about sexual encounters and all that type of stuff. The group was more about entrepreneur, leaving the matrix. The U.S. is the matrix. There are better places for you to live. You know what I'm saying? You can start a business. You know what I'm saying? You could go to Brazil and pursue an online business and live in a condo and live your best life. That's what we used to talk about. We very rarely talked about hooking up and we're talking about, um, how much this costs, the price of working girls and stuff like that. We never talked about that. He would bring on people who's living abroad, but who's living abroad successfully. Those are the type of people that he had on his channel. It was a Facebook group that I had joined. Okay. Then what happened was probably around, this was like between 2015, 16, 17. That was with the Black Man's Option Group with Charles Tyler. Okay. So then Charles Tyler passes away. He dies. And he actually died in Brazil. I'll never forget it. He said Charles Tyler would always talk about women, though, in his YouTube channel. Yeah, he would talk about women, but he wasn't talking about sexual exploitation. Smooth life. Okay, not to the level where things have changed to where they are now. I'm just going back to show you the reason why this is happening now and why Colombia now is denying entry to so many people. Yeah, he would talk about women, but he would talk about more of interacting with women. You know what I'm saying? How you probably be better off dating a Brazilian than dating American woman. He was just showing the difference between the two. But I never heard him one time talking about, you know, this person costs this, you could get a discount with this and all that type of stuff. No, he never talked about stuff like that. Never have. But let me tell you guys what happened. I'm showing you why we are where we are right now. Okay? And why nobody really respects us anymore. They don't. They don't respect us. They don't respect us. So then after he passed away, other people begin to start getting information about traveling to Colombia and Brazil and Costa Rica and all these other, and Panama and all these other places, right? But then the thing came out about Colombia, okay? The wrong people start hearing about getting discounts and traveling down there for sex tourism. But let me tell you what was happening. You had these ninjas going down there, participating in sexual tourism, but they were broadcasting it on social media. There were Facebook groups that was uploading content on getting working girls. And it got worse, and it got worse, and it got worse. I went on live stream when the whole entire live stream was talking about negotiating on the price of a working girl down there. Like the Venezuelan girls were cheaper, you know. Don't go for the paisas and poblado. You could go to La Setenta and get this one for $25. They would actually have live streams on this stuff. And I said, "Are you crazy? Are you really serious?" And I would contact those administrators on those channels, on those Facebook groups. I say, "Brother, now this is 7, 8 years ago. I was doing this." I say, "Brother, if I were you, I would not put that content like that up on your channel, because if you do, it's going to cause them to rebel against you. They're going to eventually rebel." But people kept doing it. People kept doing it. People kept doing it. It got worse. It got worse. It got worse. It got worse. And it got worse and worse. And what I used to tell people, I say, "Man, don't put that stuff on there, because it's going to because one day people in very high positions, in political positions in that country, they're going to realize what you guys are doing. They're going to realize what you're doing." But they kept doing it, 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 they kept doing it. Then things got worse. Let me tell you what happened. There were videos of things going wrong with the price with these working girls. I got two of them right now. I'm not going to play it on YouTube. There was one, you remember the guy got into it with the girls? I think they were in Cartagena, you remember? He kept saying, adios, 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 adios. And they were just screaming. Him and the Colombian girl screaming back and forth because the girls didn't get paid. And what did they do? They took that same freaking video and put it right on social media for everybody to see it. Why would you put something like that on YouTube or on Instagram? Why? Because there are people in very high places that watch these content, watch this type of content, and watch these videos. And then there was another story. Remember, I'm just going back. I'm just telling you why. I'm just trying to tell you why. How did we get here down there? How did we get to this position? And then there was another video of the girl at the table that they was trying to get her to leave. You remember? And she said she didn't leave unless you paid her $200. 200 in US dollars. That's what she wanted. And the guys thought the girls was extorting money from them. It's possible she could have been doing it. She gets mad and she breaks the table and everything, and she's screaming at them. They grab her phone, and y'all took that same video and put it right on social media. I was like, God dog it, man. I was like, wow, you really that stupid? So it's only a matter of time before the Colombian authorities, they watch these videos and they see what's up. And this is us, ninjas, doing this stuff. Now they don't want you down there. Because I was wondering, why was they going through my bag so many times? They did it when I got there. They did it after. They was trying to see what I had in that bag. If I would have had condoms or sex toys or anything in my bag, they would have banned me for coming down there. So y'all probably say, well, yeah, you could go to Brazil, you could go to Costa Rica, you could go to Panama. No, I don't want to go there. I want to go to Colombia. I love Colombia. It's a beautiful country. And my thing is this: even if you're going down there for that, why you gotta let the whole world know what you're doing? And I'm looking at Instagram right now, and I'm seeing people doing the same thing, still putting these videos up there, still loading them up just to try to get views. And the Colombian authorities are looking at this because I'm sure they watch these videos. I want y'all to listen to something. Hold on one second. Listen to this. Hold on, folks. I got something for y'all to listen to. Hope I can find it here. Wait a minute here. Her name is Mariah. I want y'all to listen to this, okay? I like Mariah, but sometimes I think she comes off to be a little bit too hard. But I do agree with her. I do agree with her, but sometimes she comes off a little bit too hard. But what she said here is true, okay? This is what she says.
Passport bros still in my comments going off, all because I said leave the protection at home and get it when you land here in Colombia. Well, since y'all want to go off like that, I'm gonna be messy. Ladies, if your man takes a boys trip to Colombia, he for sure cheated. He for sure cheated. Now me, if my man told me he was going on a boys trip to Colombia, I would let him go, and when he got home, all his stuff would be packed and sitting outside. If you don't respond like that, you weak, girl. You weak. Cause let me tell you, they coming down here, they sleeping all day, waking up, taking a shot, and going straight to Parquilleras to find a new girl every single night. By the time he gets home, he hunched on at least minimum 5 different women. And guess what? I don't know why they mad about the rubbers, cause they going in them raw too. They doing that raw too. They are. They are falling in love with them, sending them money. Absolutely. So yeah, since y'all wanna complain and get upset at me, I'm telling all y'all business. If you're a woman and you let your man go to Colombia for a boys trip and y'all still together, you stupid. You stupid as hell. Passport bros still in my comments going off, all because I said.
You hear that? You hear that? I'm telling you, man. Oh my God. Yeah, they are denying us entry in record numbers. They don't want us down there anymore. And then let me tell you this. There was a rapper. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to mention his name. Okay? He did a video. He went down there to do a video, some type of thing he was doing down there. And he was talking about he met 2 women there that he only had to pay $35 for to suck on his beefcake. Talked about this, put this right on social media. And he was laughing about it. He was laughing about it. And he's a well-known rapper. I'm not going to mention his name. Said he felt sorry for the girl, so he gave her more money. Joseph, what's up, man? Yeah, 100 condoms, yeah. Hey, if this is your first time on my channel, hit that like button and subscribe, okay? Hit that like button, subscribe. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Hey, the process journey, Chris, what's up, man? Hey, I did see your video in Barranquilla. Very good video, man. Very good video. You keep up the good work, Chris. I want you all to hear something that O'Shea Jackson said about this problem. But we are becoming, the black man is becoming the laughing stock of civilization. Our reputation is being ruined because my thing is this. If you're coming down for that reason, nobody should have to know what you're coming down there for. I don't promote sexual tourism or anything like that. I don't. But if you're coming down for that type of stuff, it's nobody's business. I'm seeing guys on Instagram just uploading videos, got 5 or 6 girls in a hot tub and stuff like, they come to Medellin, look at all these women I got, look what I got. Why would you post that? Why? Some of these, some of these guys that act like kids, like little kids. Act like little kids. Because I love that country. I got people down there that's like family to me. Every time I go there, they treat me like family. Always. They always keep me out of trouble. When I want to go somewhere, they say, no, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't stay here. They always look out for me because I've always shown respect for the culture and for the people. Those are some of the nicest people I've ever met. When I come to the resort, they know exactly. They say, "Oh, let me guess. You want the fried chicken? You want the fried hamburger roast chicken with the Papa Frio and the Francesco, right?" I say, "Yep." Now here it is. I'll be going for months, and when I go back to the resort, they know exactly what I like. What's up, everybody? What's up, Process? Yeah, Process, you doing a good Chris, you doing a good job with your channel, brother. See, Chris, let me tell you guys what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go to Process the Journey, Chris's channel. This is a good brother, man. He gives good, clean content. He gives very good, clean content, okay? He was in Colombia the other day. He was at a basketball game. He does a really good job. Very good job, Chris. You say your comment? Let me see. There were another video or post about no black man getting turned away from Colombia. Yeah. Yep, they getting turned away. And then the other things that be happening. Fights at the club delirium. Fighting over working girls. Fighting over working girls. There was a big brawl in Parque Jarris. Fighting over working girls. That does not make any sense. Like I told you all, I'm going to tell you all this again. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I remember that commercial. That's an old school commercial. I went to Vegas before. I went to Las Vegas before. And yes, they do have working girls in Las Vegas. And yes, I was approached by working girls in Las Vegas. But what happens there stays there. I don't promote this. I don't promote this type of, behavior or lifestyle because it's very dangerous. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all this. If you're going to Colombia for that particular reason, to pick up working girls, the likelihood of you getting robbed and drugged and possibly killed goes up tremendously. It's a beautiful country, but it can be a very, very dangerous country. Right? I'm not going to say Marcus. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say his name. So I want to get in trouble. But when I heard that, I just shook my head. I was like, mm. So now when you go through customs, they're looking at you. They focus on you. Then y'all talk about dating women and stuff like that, and and stuff like that, and those Colombian guys don't want you down there to dating their women. You think they want that? They don't know. How do you think they feel? How do you think the men feel about it? You coming down there to their country and you talking about smashing their women. How do you think they feel about that? That sounds very arrogant. That's what it sounds like. Arrogant. How dare you? Coming down to my country and you talk about you gonna smash all these type of women. And y'all put it on social media. Want everybody to hear what you hear all you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I had females in my videos before. Look at my playlist. I got videos. And I made mistakes before. But I learned from my mistake and I grew. I became more mature. I became much more mature. I want y'all to hear this. Hold on one second. Let me get some water. Okay, I want y'all to hear this. This is O'Shea Jackson. He's a pretty good brother. He gives a lot of good information too sometimes. But check this out. And he got some things on Mariah too. Mariah said some more other things that was very concerning. Wait a minute.
Will get you sent back home. On trying to enter Colombia with a box of rubbers will get you sent back home on the next plane, and I'm not even joking. They will send you home on suspicion of sex tourism. And I know a lot of y'all fellas think that people like to throw salt on y'all's game, but I'm telling the truth. They just sent 10 Americans back home last week, but they've been doing this. But they sent them back home on suspicion of sex tourism. And part of how they determine whether or not you're there for sex is one of the ways they do it is they go through your phone and they look through your luggage. And if you have anything that's considered.
See, now they're looking through your phone. See, they haven't did that yet. They haven't looked through my phone yet. They've been looking through my bag. But now they are looking at your phone. So you can have a picture of your girlfriend. It could be a girlfriend. You're not down there for sexual tourism. It could be a picture that she sent you or something. It could be some type of exotic picture, or you know what I'm saying. And if they see that, they can use that to deny you entry. Say, "Yep, he's coming down here for the wrong thing. We gonna deny him entry." And I think too they do this because they don't like you coming down there messing with their women like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. They take that, that will mess with a man's ego. Just think about it. You are a foreigner. You coming from another country to sleep with their women. Because let me tell you something about men. Most men are territorial. You see what I'm saying? Who did he think he is? He could come down here, passport bro with all this money, you know, think that he can just come down here and just sleep with a whole bunch of our women. Who do he think he is? I guarantee you that's what be going through their mind. Yep.
Sexual paraphernalia, then that gives them probable cause to suspect that you are coming there on sex tourism and send you home. Now, I know that doesn't make sense. Some dudes, they just already know that they're down to do that. They're not necessarily coming for the pay for play, but they know when they travel, they like to, sleep around if the vibe is right, So I'm not judging. Do you? That's between you and those women. But like, they look at that and they might determine you are a sex tourist and take a picture of you and put your photo everywhere, and you'll be all in Colombian news. So
damn. So you know what's so funny? Shout out to her. Her name is Mariah Sincere. At first, when I heard about this, I thought it was a damn joke, right? I did not really think it was true. But allegedly, dudes have been getting banned from Colombia because they're bringing condoms. Now, this is crazy.
Yep, you're getting banned for Colombia because you're bringing condoms. Yep, sure is. Hold on, I got some more here. 1 second, let me see. So, let me tell you this. If I were you all, I would not bring no condoms down there or any sex toys or anything down there. I wouldn't do it. If you're going to get some while you're there. But you shouldn't be coming down there for that reason anyway, Let me see. Let me bring something back here.
They're vicious in the comments, like, you lying, stop capping, like you a hater. It was crazy, right? So she would come back for part 2.
Trying to bring a big box of condoms into Colombia can get you denied entry. And I stand on what I said. I talked about this yesterday in a previous video.
It's also important to know that she lives in Colombia too. Obviously, she may be like Hispanic or Hispanic and Black, but she lives there and she does like Spanish tutorials, so she knows what she's talking about.
And there were so many men in the comments who were like, well, I came in and that's not true. You're spreading false information. I came in and I brought a big box of condoms. Yeah, you weren't selected for a random search. Had you been selected for a random search, the story might have been quite different.
Okay, so this is important to...
Yep, I'm just telling you guys. Please just be careful what you put on YouTube or what you put on social media. This is what's getting you in trouble. This is what's getting you in trouble. Let me read some of these comment sections. What's in the comments? Let me see. Vegas is in Nevada, which is the only state where prostitution is legal. Yeah, certain parts of Nevada is legal, but not on the strip or anything like that. Yeah. But the only thing I can tell you guys is stop putting all of your business on the internet. on social media. It's nobody's business what you do down there. It's nobody's business. But you down there bragging and talking about how much you paid and how do you get a disc. I mean, I don't see no logical reason why would you put that on Facebook or on YouTube or putting this stuff on Instagram or TikTok. Because on Instagram, I've seen so many videos. I was like, oh my God. There's one guy, let me tell you something. There's one guy, that's all he does. He goes around there, he's just filming these girls, just filming. I call them creek cameras. Just filming everything that walks by and everything. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with having a good time. There's nothing wrong with having a good time. Colombia has a lot of jewels, a lot of places to go that you've never seen before. They have very good food down there. They have Guatapé you can go to, beautiful place. They got the castle. They want people to come down there and enjoy the culture of the country. I know y'all probably say, well, why you always talking about Colombia all the time? Why you talk about that? Because I think the landscaping of that country is incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, she just sent me a picture. She's out she's out on the patio, but in front of her is the mountains. It's beautiful mountain with the clouds on top of them. Everything looks green. And it's just beautiful. Very beautiful place, man. Let me see. Wait a minute, what you mean, Marcus? Food? That's poison. I don't understand what you're talking about, Mr. Marcus. Let me see if I got any more on Mariah.
Pictures and stuff like that. That's insane.
There are plenty of men coming out with stories who did not get kicked out or denied entry due to the child stuff, just simply because they were suspected of coming there for sex tourism.
Passport bros flying into Medellin, Colombia, you're not welcome anymore. Things have changed. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, immigration has started a new process. If you are a single male, non-Colombian flying into Medellin, they're going to take your phone and they're going to look at your Tinder, your WhatsApp messages, all of your messaging apps, photos, videos, reading your messages, translating them. So if you're coming here looking for young girls and participating in sex tourism, you can and will be sent back to your country of origin. This started about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and the whole country has collectively been working together to try and stop this type of tourism. They don't want passport bros here.
Now, they can say,
see, told you. Told y'all they clamping down. So what I would advise everyone to do, there's 2 things you can do before you go there. Wipe your phone completely clean of any type of pictures, provocative pictures of your girlfriends or whatever. Get them off your phone, or get a new phone with nothing on it. That's what you should do. So what I'm gonna have to do on my next trip, I gotta make sure there's no, because if they see one picture, it could be one picture on your phone. They can alert them and say, oh yeah, I know what he's coming down there for. If they think you're coming down there for, and like I said, it could be you coming down there to see your wife. You come down there to see your girlfriend, your fiance. But if they think you're coming down there for the wrong reason, they will deny you entry. And it just came to me that that's what they was trying to do to me. I said, okay, I see what's going on now. Okay. Because why would you need to look into my bag 2 times? They were looking for something. Thank God I didn't have anything in there. Thank God they didn't have anything in there for me. Let me see. I got some more stuff here. For y'all to listen to this here.
Now they got the clapping going on and all that stuff.
Like in every single Airbnb, I'm renting this apartment for 5 weeks. I cannot have any guests here. They don't want sex tourism in Colombia anymore, period. So if you're flying into Medellin, passport bros, be prepared to be deported.
She's living.
Yep. They're deporting people. And all this is because, I'm going to tell you the reason why this is happening. And I said this over and over again. All of this is because people cannot keep their freaking mouth shut. That's why. You let the whole world know what you're doing down there. When you put those type of videos and stuff on Instagram and TikTok and all these social media platforms, bragging about what you're doing. That's what started this. That's what started this. And like I said, years ago, I said, don't do it. Don't do it. And you know when I used to tell people this? When I used to go to their channels and their Facebook groups and write them and say, I don't think you should be posting this type of content. You old man, you don't know what you're talking about, you old man. Man, you need to shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they call me old man. Yep, that's what they call me. Old man. But nobody listens to me. Let me see, I got some more video for y'all to see. Let's see.
DR. I don't know, but this is really, really bad from what I'm hearing.
If you're a single guy traveling to Medellin, they're apparently now checking your phones and your search history to make sure that you're not going there for sex tourism, either pay for play or to meet girls. Given the nature of this account, I think a lot of you will be surprised by my opinion, which is that if you're a passport bro, I think you should just stay away from Medellin for a while. And I think this applies to any place where there's a backlash against tourism. Like when I was in Madrid and in Barcelona, there's a huge anti-tourism backlash, and there are in a bunch of other places in the world. And people come back at me and be like, well, we're injecting money in their economy, we're positive. And I'm like, yeah, I completely agree. That's why I, as a digital nomad passport bro, travel around the world and I have no qualms about it. But my question on just a more base level is like, why would you want to be in a place where there's a huge contingent of people who don't want you there and aren't happy that you're there?
This is important. So this guy is a white guy.
But you know, there's still other places to go. You could go in Colombia. You got Panera. You got Batizales. There are other places that you could go. I advise you guys to explore those other cities too. Hey, you guys still there? Everybody's so quiet. Nobody saying anything on the comment section. Anybody have any more questions about this? I'm doing consultations right here. What anybody have any questions about anything that I've talked about? I want us to learn. We need to learn things too. Okay, let's see. My question was made, Mr. Marcus. Eric, what's up? What's up, brother? What's happening? Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Okay, my question remains the same. Why do you have no problem exposing your sex life to women in a different country, but you get mad at women in your country exposing your sex? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Eric, what's up? What's up, Mr. Eric? Good to see you. What's the topic? Okay, subscribe to my channel, okay? Hit that like button, subscribe. Hit the like and subscribe. Let me see, what were we just talking about? Man, y'all made me forget. What's up? I was just listening. Yeah, what's the topic? The topic is Colombia is turning black men away from the country in droves. Okay, let me see. The question is, people think Caucasians are being deported from the... Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, it is. Yeah, Caucasians are being... Yes, they are being deported from the country too. Yes, they are. They are, because I'm going to be honest with you about the Caucasians, okay? They have a reputation. Not all, but some of them, and usually it's most of them, have a reputation of child exploitation. So they're focusing on them, on those type of crimes down there. And let me tell you something, you do not want to get arrested for a crime like that in Colombia. You do not want to do it. That is the worst of the worst crime that you can commit down there. And guess what? They do not extradite you to the U.S. either. They will put you literally in a hole. That's what I heard. For child sexual exploitation in Colombia can get you 26 years in prison. 26 years in prison. I mean, when you go to, let me tell you something, not just there. And I always told you guys this. I always told you guys, when you go to a different country, be at your best behavior. Be at your best behavior. Don't get involved into that S-tourism stuff in these other countries like in Brazil, because usually people that go to these other countries, and they try to exploit the women for that type of stuff, it's only a matter of time before the devil walks right behind you. I'm serious. Yes, it does happen to Caucasians. Yes, it does. And unfortunately, not a lot of them, but some of them go down there for some really messed up type of stuff. And when you get arrested for something like, especially child exploitation, you could do 26 years in prison. As a matter of fact, I just played you guys a video about the guy's friend that he messed himself up. He messed himself up. So there's a possibility he could do 30 years in the Colombian prison. But he didn't do it on purpose. That's what I'm saying. Yep, they don't play. They don't play. They don't play, man. But you don't want to go down there and get arrested on nothing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because what if you get arrested on something and they keep you down there for about a few, I mean, most of us have jobs here. We have our homes here. We have responsibility here. And then you don't want to get down there and get arrested. Then they're going to keep you down there for about a few weeks or months before the trial or anything. No, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's why I tell you, always get a hotel. You live in a hotel, I'm talking about a good one. If you have company to come and visit you, verify the identification. Don't play with that. Don't play with the ID stuff. Always check the ID. Always check that ID. Always check that ID of everything. And that's why I like about the resort I stay at. They protect me. When I have a guest to come visit me, they take their ID to look at the hologram. They take the gun. They scan it and make sure everything matches up. Everything. Don't take shortcuts on your life. Don't ever do that. And now, let me tell you something else too. Never. I'm gonna tell you this too, and this is a safety thing too. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. Never get into a vehicle with someone that you don't know. Never do that. Never do that. If you're with a female and y'all talking about she wants you to take her to a restaurant or go somewhere, always get your own Uber. Always do that. Never trust anybody. Never trust nobody. There's people I know down there that I've been knowing for years in Colombia. Susie, I've known for 7 years. Probably 8 years now. But I've never gotten into a vehicle with her by myself. If we go somewhere, I'm not saying that she would do anything wrong, but I'm just saying you can't trust anybody. You can't trust nobody. And never, ever, ever take drinks from people that you don't know. Never do that. Never do that. Never take drinks from people that you don't know. Never. And never go out with strangers that you don't know. Because plenty of times, I have met people and said, "Oh, what you doing, man? Hey, man, let's go watch the soccer game, man. I can get somebody to come pick us up." I'll be like, "No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thanks. Thanks, but no thanks." Because that's how you can get kidnapped. That's how kidnappings and stuff and extortion and all that type of stuff happen because of stuff like that. That's what happened to the flight attendant. He got with strangers that he didn't know. But the woman that he was with, the other flight attendant, she went back to the hotel, but he stayed with the other people that he met. And they end up doing something very unfortunate to him. That's sad. That's sad. I'm so sorry that happened to him. Let's see what other questions we got. You should even get into a stranger's car. And yeah, absolutely. You definitely should not go on a strange vehicle on other countries. Never. Never do that. Never do that. Never get into a strange car with nobody. Don't ever do that. And let me tell you something else. So always remember this. Always remember this, guys. Your Airbnb, where you lay your head, your apartment, is your sanctuary. You gotta have peace where you sleep. And if you're bringing people into your apartment or your Airbnb that you don't know, you just ruined that. You ruined it. And always do this too. Let me tell you another thing to do. Your valuables, your computer, your Apple Watches, your iPads, your iPhones and stuff. Always put them away into a locker or something. What I do is when I have guests or somebody coming to visit, I always put everything into a locker, a safe deposit box, everything. My phones, my wallet, my credit card, everything is locked away. What's up? What's up, Mitchell? Hey, everybody, there's a lot of new people on here. Like, and subscribe. Like, and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my Cash App information, PayPal, on the description, okay? After I finish this video, okay? What's up, Mitchell? How you doing, sir? Mitchell Daniels. Good to see y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. Come on, I got an open panel tonight. Anybody got any more questions? Anybody got any more questions? Go ahead, ask me anything. Anybody got any more questions about Colombia? Excuse me, that's my internet acting up again. Anybody got any more questions? You remember, don't bring anything sexual like lingerie, toys, condoms, or anything with you if you're visiting Colombia. Don't do it. Because if they see it, they will deny you entry into the country. You'll be banned from ever coming down there again for that. They're not playing. They're not playing around. They're not. What about Bogota? I'm not for sure about Bogota. But I can tell you this other thing about Bogota. More people, believe it or not, more people are drugged and robbed in Bogota than in Medellin, believe it or not. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Bogota is the #1 spot of getting scopolamine. You have to really be careful in Bogota. Much love, brother. Much love to you too, brother. Yeah, you gotta really be careful in Bogota. You gotta really be careful in Bogota. Let me see, Marcus, you guys say Common sense, I say, because you know doesn't mean that they know. That's true. That is true. But I'm going to tell you something. If you go down there in your best behavior, you'll be okay. But I'm just telling you, that is the reason why this is happening, about why black men are denied for entry into Colombia. You put put too much information on social media for people to see. You put too much of your business out there. And it's really nobody's business what you do. Like I said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. There used to be a commercial. It's nobody's business. If you're dating a working girl down there, it's nobody's business. If you're having your fun down there doing what you do, it's nobody's business. You shouldn't be going down there for that, but I'm just saying, if you do it, why tell the whole world what you're doing? It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business what you do down there. Or whatever it is that you do. Even here, it's nobody's business. But I guarantee those videos that was posted about girls not getting their money and getting into the arguments and things like that, that really did it there. I knew that was going to do it. I said, yep. Yep. When he posted that stuff, I said, yep, you just really just open yourself up to just, I mean, I still don't understand that. Why would you put that on the internet for everybody to see that you and the working girl is having a fight over money that wasn't paid? I don't get it. Let's see here what we got. Ray Condor is stating that these people in power are sick and tired of the mess that people is doing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep, you're absolutely right, brother. Yeah, Wacky World, you are absolutely right. Yep. I knew, you know what? I knew it was all in a matter of time. I knew it was all in a matter of time before they started denying us entry into it. I knew it. I knew this 7 years ago. I said, just keep doing it. Keep putting that nasty content out there for them to see it. I said that. I knew this was going to happen. But you know what? Nobody listens to me. They call me a stupid old man. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a stupid old man. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about, old man. Razor. Tony's not in Colombia being taken advantage of. Those women are running all over him. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, wow. Really? Seriously? But I knew it. I knew that was going to do it. And then what really gets me is finally is hitting me the reason why they was looking in my bag. I said, why is these people down here in Colombia looking through my bag so much? Like I did something wrong. I said, okay, It like dawned on me that they was looking for something that they could connect me to with sex tourism. If they would saw it, then they would say, guess what? You are not coming back to this country again. You're not coming here again. You have been denied. And that would be very devastating for me because I have I've worked so long and so many years to develop the relationship I have down there with my friends. And we still even talk today. Let's see. Let me try to read all these contests here. Let's see. Yep, you're right. Okay. I wish I could caught this live. I'm going to do the play. Yeah, do the playback. And make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, okay? Guys, when you like and subscribe, it helps the algorithm. It pushes everything out. You know, more people watch the video. That's what YouTube is like a plant. Planting, you're planting something, but in order to plant to grow, you have to have sunlight and water. You guys are the sunlight and water of this channel. So when you like and you subscribe, you're pouring water and you're giving the channel sunlight for the channel to be able to grow. So I appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Let's see. Yeah, Kizzy. Yeah, catch it. Yeah. People on Raise channel are so special education mofos. He call them mo. Oh my God, he call them mofos. You guys are too much over here. Let's see. Remember when you went on Raise panel and people tried to, people tried to discredit me. You were warned by talking about the pics you took with a chick. Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Nobody did listen to me. And I knew this was going to be happening. I knew that this day was coming. I knew this day was coming, that they was going to rebel, that the Colombian authorities and immigration was going to. I knew it was coming. I knew it. I said, we just keep doing what we do, keeping those stupid videos up there, keeping those videos, you fighting with working girls over money and all that type of stuff. But the part that I don't understand, why would you put that on the internet, though? Why? Why? Why would you put all your business for all of them to see what you're doing down there? You know. Yeah. Wacky, you are the man. You are the man. Nope, it wasn't. No, what Wacky is talking about. Hold on for 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Wacky, you stay there. We're gonna talk about this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Wacky. It was like there was a video that I did in Medellin in September. It was me and Cookie was doing a live stream on the bed in the hotel room that I was in. Okay. Let me tell you this about that video. I was sitting on a couch. When I invite my guests in, that's all I have is a couch, bed, bathroom. That's it. The suite is pretty nice, but it's not that big. Okay. It only has like one couch there. So I was sitting on the couch. She was sitting on the bed, right? And we spent the day together. We went shopping, got food, had a really good time. Okay. So I asked her, I said, I would like to do a live stream with you. Would that be okay? And she said, sure. It'd be no problem. That was at the beginning of the day that we were spending time. It was on a date, right? So we went shopping, went to the store, got some food, had a good time. Beautiful day in Medellin. Beautiful, beautiful day. Weather was good. Day was sunny. We walked around the mall. We had a really good time. Matter of fact, you can see on my YouTube shorts, her name, I call her Cookie because I don't want to put her real name out there because, believe it or not, I had somebody, I put a picture of a female and mentioned her name. Someone went through a whole lot of trouble to track her down. I mean, for somebody to do something like that, it really took a lot of work. They had to really be focused and take a lot of time to track her down. And they contacted the girl and said, bad things about me and things like that, that I need to go to just really trolling, really nasty stuff. So I don't if I have someone on my videos, I don't mention their name at all. So that's why I call her Cookie, just a name to protect her name. And, but anyway, so we went back to the room after we went shopping, went out to dinner. We had a really nice time. I said, would you like to do a live stream? She said, sure. But what happened was we went back to the hotel room, went back there, we had dinner, went back to watch television. I was sitting on the couch, she was sitting on the bed. And it was this comedy special that came on. It was just so funny. It was a Colombian comedy special. Very funny. Had us cracking up. And that's a good way to learn Spanish too. When you're there, when you listen to these shows and things like that on their television, you begin to speak more and begin to pick up more Spanish. You begin to learn. So what happened was, I noticed in Medellin, it gets dark very early. Like at 5 o'clock, it gets really dark quick. And before I knew, I was like, oh my God. Because we was going to do the live stream outside. We was going to pick a very beautiful area where the mountains and everything, I was going to do a very, very nice interview outside, but we didn't make it because we waited too late. So I asked her, I said, well, would you like to still do the interview? She said, sure. So I got up from the couch, got on top of the bed, and I took the phone and I put the phone like this, and we did the interview. And man, I got so much flack for that. But yeah, people really made a big deal out of that. They made a very big deal out of that. Let me see. You say you put Guadalajara, Mexico over? Yeah. I believe you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back very soon. Yeah, I'll go back. Just got to pay some bills, but I'm going back for sure. Yeah, people were hating on me, man. And then we had took a picture together, and I posted it on Facebook. And she told me not to do it. She said, "Don't post no pictures of us on Facebook. Don't do that." I post one picture on Facebook, and man, I got so much hate. She looks too young for you. How old is she? She looks like she's very. I was like, oh my God. I say, they look young. Most of the women I date are in their 30s or in their 40s, maybe late 20s. Maybe, you know. But that's why you have to be careful what you put, on social media. But no, it wasn't nothing. The interview we did that we were sitting on the bed was nothing meant to be sexual at all. At all. Should I have maybe waited to do the interview? Yes. Should I have done the interview in a different spot? Yes, but I do know that now. Let me see. Yeah, they were hating on me a lot. Yeah, they were hating a lot. Yes, they were. Yeah, I was getting a lot of hate. People don't want to see you happy. And it was nothing disrespectful. It's not like we was laying up there with bathrobes on and I was showing her everything, all the good. No, no. We were both fully dressed and everything. I just had a camera. She was sitting on the bed. I got up from the couch and sat on the bed with her. I took the phone, put the phone just like that, and did the live. That's all I did. But you gotta be careful because people don't want to see you, see you happy. Mr. Smooth Life, all right. Let me tell you what I try to do. I don't know if you all see my other videos. Check out my Instagram page. I'm gonna put it on the description when I get off this channel. But what I tried to do, let me tell you what happened. I did some videos to try to bring back traditional dating in Colombia. And guess what? My channel got demonetized because I was creating the scenarios from AI. So evidently YouTube didn't like the video saying that it was, artificial and it was all this and stuff. But if you go on my Instagram account, I was creating videos that would bring back traditional romantic dating. You say they didn't do that to try to demonetize you over the fact that you were exposed. Yeah. I was exposing passport, bro. I was trying to bring, because let me tell you something, what goes a long way in Colombia. I'm gonna tell you something. What goes a long way there is respect. Because when I have a guest that come and see me, I open the door, I take her by the hand, and we walk together to the front desk. I introduce her. I treat her like a lady, no matter who she is. I always treat them like a lady. That goes a long ways. I don't treat them like a working girl. I don't treat them like a piece of trash or somebody hidden, missing, whatever you want to call it. I treat them with respect. I do. Sometimes I bring them flowers sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the manager brought me a plate of food. It was a big old plate of food. And she said, you know what? And she spoke English too. And she said, you know what? I really appreciate the way how you treat my employees in this hotel. You are such a nice guy. Here, this is us. This is you from us. It was a whole platter of meat and vegetables and fruits and everything. They watch you. They do watch you. I'm telling you, they watch you. That's why when you go to any country, always be at your best behavior all the time. Always be respectful. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Wacky. They didn't like what I was telling them was real. Absolutely. Absolutely. They didn't like it. Yep, they didn't like it. I can't believe how much hate I got for that video. And I was so angry. I said, you know what? I'm never putting a girl in my videos anymore. And the next time I go to Colombia, I don't know if I'm going to put any more females on my videos. Because now we live in the post-Epstein environment. We live in a post-Epstein environment now. You know, with all this sex tourism and stuff going on, you know, and stuff, I got really tighten up on my game. I got really tighten up on the game now. Because you could do one thing wrong and you could be, you know, denied entry, or they can send you back home. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Marcus. Yes, I do agree with you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. They always been extremely nice to me, though. They have always been extremely nice to me. All of them did. I maybe had one, the one bad one that you guys know about. The one bad one. There was one bad one. One. Out of all the times I've been there, I did have one bad one. I did have one bad one. I did have one bad one. But always be respectful, guys. Always be respectful, okay? Always be respectful. That would take you a long ways. A long ways. Anybody have any more questions? Anything? Just pop them out. Anybody have any more questions? I'm pretty soon I'm gonna get StreamYard back, okay? That way people can come on to the show. I'm going to get StreamYard back. I don't know when, but I'm gonna get it back. As soon as I take care of some few other bills, I'm gonna get StreamYard back. But I hope you guys will come on StreamYard too. You know what? I got a video on my playlist called "The Night I Woke Up, My Voice Disappeared." It tells you everything what happened to my voice. I thought I already told you, Smooth Life. I thought you already knew about my voice. This is caused by illness. I woke up in 2015 one day and my voice was gone, but this was a result from a brain tumor. This is a result from a brain tumor. I have very low hearing in this ear. I lost like 70% hearing in this ear, and it affected my vocal cord, left vocal cord. You know, that's what impaired my speech. Yeah, that's what happened, Smooth Life. That's what happened to me. Yep. That's what happened. But you know, something else I want to tell you guys before I get off this live. You know, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I was supposed to be going to a specialist this Friday. And they're going to decide how they're going to treat it. So this is going to be rough, man. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So there's a procedure that they can't do that's non-invasive that will protect my manhood. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's when cancer, when the doctor tells you that you have cancer, is unbelievable, man. But the good thing is it's in the very extreme early stages. So very early stage, like stage 1, stage 2. So there's 4 things they can do. They can do a robotic prostatectomy to remove the prostate. Number 2, they can do radiation therapy. And number 3 is a procedure called the high intensity focal ultrasound. That's what I want. I want the HIFU. It stands for high intensity focal ultrasound. That's a non-invasive procedure that they use laser to burn out the cancer, but yet still it maintains your manhood. If I have a prostatectomy, if they remove the prostate or anything dealing with radiation, probably my glory days will be over. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the cap. Woody Brown, what's up? Woody Brown, my brother. How you doing, sir? Thank you for the cash up, sir. Thank you. Woody Brown, miss you, man. It is so good to see you, brother. It is so good to see everybody. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know I'm gonna be coming back. I got a special live that's gonna be this Monday coming up. We're gonna be talking about geopolitics again. About is the American empire collapsing? There's some things you guys need to know. Is American empire collapsing? The collapse of American empire. What are the signs? But I do see the signs. On this channel, you're going to know everything. Wow, Willie Brown, one thing about you, you are the most busiest man in Hollywood. You are always working. But thank you for the cash up. Willie Brown, I got demonetized by YouTube. But there's a possibility that they told me I have to they told me that in June they can monetize the channel again. Why they're waiting in June, I don't know. But yeah, my channel was demonetized because I put AI content up here for something that they gave me. It really shouldn't be my fault. They're the ones that gave me the software to create the AI stuff. Oh man, you talk about thousands of dollars to move life. You talk about in the thousands of dollars, brother. Guys, let me tell you this. Make sure you got some insurance. Please, make sure you have some medical insurance. Because the price of health care is unbelievable. If they do the HIFO procedure, we talk about $30,000 easily. If they do a robotic prostatectomy when they will actually remove the prostate, you talk about $80,000 to $90,000. It's expensive, man. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, thank you, Eric, for your support. Thanks for everything. Thank you for all your cash apps and stuff. But hopefully by June, my channel will be monetized again, and y'all can, I'll be able to get super chats and stuff again. The demonetization is not permanent, but they just got mad when I put those videos up on the traditional dating in Colombia, because all those videos was done through AI. That's what they didn't like. So they asked me to take them down. So I deleted those videos and I moved them to, if you ever want to see those videos, check out my Instagram. Thank you so much. Willie Brown, you always, you guys, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. When I got demonetized, I felt like I wanted to give up this channel. I did. It's been so many times I came dangerously close. So you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I did. I really did. Because it really discouraged me so much. I worked so hard to monetize my channel, and they demonetized me because I'm trying to do something positive. Because you got so much negative content out there, people using profanity, girls trying to promote their OnlyFans and all this type of stuff. And I'm trying to do something positive about showing you all a traditional way of dating a female. Trying to get our main back in Colombia again, because they cannot stand us. They can't stand us there. They think we're just a bunch of heathens coming down there for sex tourism, which is not true. Which is not true. Yeah, but you know what, Smooth Life? Prostate cancer. If you have to, if the cancer spread, if the cancer not become localized anymore, when it starts spreading to other, you have to get the prostate removed. You have to get the prostate removed because it will spread to other parts of your body. It will spread to your bladder. Well, see, once cancer gets into your lymphatic system, it can spread anywhere in the body. It can spread anywhere in the body. But the good news is, everybody, they caught the cancer at a very extremely early stage, so it's very treatable. It's 100% treatable. So I'm not at death's door, nothing like that. Let me see. Elvis, how you doing? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, okay? Yeah, insurance covers certain procedures, but other procedures will not. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. You're right, Chris. Make sure you get some good insurance, man. You don't, if you don't, let me tell you something. If you don't have no good insurance, you're through. You're finished. How unfair worrying that YouTube was the wrong. And they tagged the YouTube team. YouTube team responded and reviewed the channel. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do, Aaron. I'm gonna call the YouTube team and tell them about it. I'm gonna call them. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, Eric. Thank you. That's actually, what, is treatable. Yeah. Prostate cancer, man, is very common in men. It's very common, But the good thing is I don't have an aggressive form of cancer. It's very treatable. I went to the radiation oncologist, and he referred me over to a urologist that I'm going to see this Friday. So, guys, if you know the power of prayer, please use your prayer to pray for me, because if they take the prostate out and if I have to go through the radiation, my days in Colombia probably will be over. No, I don't know it will be over, but I would be extremely limited of doing well. Oh boy, I'm about to get myself in trouble. but it would be different. It would be different. Yeah, it's treatable. Yeah, health is wealth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your health is, you know. Well, but let me tell you something. They take your prostate out. The side effects will be if they do take my prostate out, um, there will be no more ejaculation anymore. No more semen coming out the penis. That's what it is. That's what happens when you remove the prostate. Yeah. So if I ever wanted to have kids, I wouldn't be able to have kids at all because that part of the prostate produce when you climax with a female, when the fluid comes out, all that comes from the prostate. That comes from the prostate. And then once they take it, you won't be able to do that anymore. All that will be gone. But at least you're still alive, though, you know. See, Colombia has good affordable health care. I used it for shockwave therapy for my plantar fasciitis and for regular checkups and ultrasound. And yeah, they do. They have very good insurance there. Yes, they do. Yes, yes, Colombia. But I talked to Cookie. That's one thing I love about Cookie. She's been very supportive. When I was when I had the prostate immunization done back in December, guys, let me tell you this. Let me tell you all this. Man, I was in so much pain when they did that surgery. Oh my gosh. I never dealt with that much pain before in my life. It was so bad. And I called Cookie, and she was right there, man. She was right there. She said, "It's going to be okay, baby. You're going to be all right. You know, it's going to be fine." You know, she kept calling me every day. Cookie probably is the best female that I met in Medellin. You know, when I was sick, that's a good sign. She kept calling and calling, checking on me, make sure I was okay. You know, she's been very supportive. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Smooth life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All that would be gone. It would be gone. All that would be gone. Yep, yep. It'll be over. But hopefully it won't because I talked to I went to the radiation oncologist. Okay, the cancer. I went to the cancer center. I talked to the radiation oncologist there, and he referred me to a specialist that does this procedure called HIFU, high intensity focal ultrasound. And I go see him this Friday, and he's gonna let me know if I'm a candidate for the HIFU procedure. If I get the HIFU, then nothing will be touched. They will be able to kill the cancer, but I can still maintain my manhood, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay. And I will see you all Monday. I'll let you guys know what they decide to do with the treatment of the prostate cancer. Thank you very much for the super chats and everything. Well, not super chats, but for the cash app. Thank you very much, Willie Brown, for everything. And I'm going to put the cash app and the PayPal in the description after this video is loaded up to YouTube, okay? Hope you guys learned something today, okay? Like, again, always stay respectful, okay? Because they are watching you, okay? They are watching you, okay? Okay. Love you all. Thank you very much for everything. God bless. Okay. Thank you.